I don't know if you know it, but March is National Women's Month or Women's History or something like that. Yeah, so you'll be hearing a lot of things about like Susan B. Anthony and, oh, you know, let's not forget about Rosa Parks. This is the thing I know about Rosa Parks. I've ridden enough fucking city buses in my time. In truth, she was just a crotchety old woman to begin with. She wasn't really probably standing up as much as we think. Ask any of her relatives and say, oh boy, it didn't surprise me at all. What are you going to tell her to do? She's crotchety. So, being National Women's Month, and just the other day, I heard it was National Reading Day. And I read all the time. Just finished a book on Loki. I'm reading about Saddam Hussein right now. Some magic some time ago. You ask me what the last book I read was. Well, why not the one I'm reading now and the one I was reading 3 weeks ago? And you got to have an idea of everything that's going on. Not really. It's just shit that comes to me. And got to do something on the toilet. So, being that I don't need to do anything for reading, and what I saw on this one show, there were very little people in the United States that could even remember the last book they read. That is a skewed survey. But I can read you a story, and it's involved with, it correlates with National Women's Month, or Women's, whatever they call it. You don't need to know the language to know the feeling. So I figured I could read something I wrote once. It's called Inside Her. National Women's Month in honor of National Reading Day. Looking down the hill at the thoroughfare that makes my street end in a T, I see a road worker in the middle of my street on the sidewalk on this side of the passing traffic. I see him ignoring the pretty girl walking by as she is getting ready to pass the cemetery. I see his head turn away from his work in what he feels is a safe period of time, if undeserved, to watch far too long. I see him start to feel alive. I see him looking at the cemetery where no one can see. I see him dropping his work tool. I see him walking off quickly after her, speeding up to a soft trot. I see him coming quietly behind her. I see him losing his job and on his way to prison. He knows nothing of the consequences of his actions. He shall not know the ultimate pleasure. He does not know that the girl has a knife in her boot. He does not know that once he gets himself inside her, she's finally being able to get to the knife. He doesn't know that she's going to run that knife between them, cutting off his favorite part of himself inside her. But he'll get it back. He doesn't know she's going to squeeze it out of her onto his writhing face, screaming for an ambulance. Off to work then, eh? Last day on the job. See that? We're right there and with the times. Happy Women's Month. I'm gonna start talking about people soon.